Hello. Well, today I'm going to talk a little bit about my favorite team. Right now, they're getting ready for a new year. And this is the first year in a long time that Ben Roethlisberger is going to have some new backup quarterbacks. For the last couple years, he's had Charlie Batch and Byron Leftwich as his backup quarterbacks. It's kind of a shame to see Charlie Batch go because he's always one of my favorite players because he's so loyal to the city of Pittsburgh. But this year, they got another local quarterback back in the city of Pittsburgh, and it's kind of like similar to what the Brian Hoyer going to Cleveland is. The Browns actually had Bruce Kwiatkowski for a period of time when they had an emergency. In fact, we destroyed them because Bruce Kwiatkowski did not even know the offense because they just pretty much just threw him in there because they needed a quarterback there. And but Bruce Kwiatkowski is an excellent quarterback. He actually beat the Steelers with the Raiders one game, where he threw a bunch of deep passes on them, and then Brian Hoyer was actually signed by the Steelers last year when they had all those injuries to the quarterback position, and he ended up being a backup to Charlie Batch. But anyways, so Bruce Kwiatkowski's from the University of Toledo, and he was drafted by the Buccaneers, served under John Gruden for a little bit, and he ended up playing and he was out of the league for just a short period of time, and then that's when he signed the Browns towards the end of the season one year. And then he ended up with the Raiders and started a good bit of time there. And then he ended up with the Bengals and played very little with them. And now he's with the Steelers back in Pittsburgh. Bruce Kwiatkowski's not a very tall quarterback. He's like 6'1", about 220. Maybe even 6'2", I'm not sure. And he seems like he's going to be a pretty good quarterback. He'll be wearing number 5 for the Steelers this year. Their other quarterback they just got in the draft was Landry Jones. Landry Jones is the quarterback that Bill Polian actually says is the best quarterback available in the draft. And Bill Polian should know his quarterbacks. He drafted Peyton Manning, and then he's also had his hand in Jim Kelly, and so he knows what he's doing. And Landry Jones pretty much started his whole college career at Oklahoma, so it's a big-time college he started at. And in Oklahoma, he wore number 12, and obviously the Steelers don't retire numbers since the only number they retired was Ernie Stautner's number. But anyways, so Landry Jones chose number 3. Kind of like a kicker's number. But, there's some quarterbacks that have actually wore that number. But anyways, Landry Jones is probably most likely going to be their number 3 quarterback. What's ironic about him, I guess he's the only quarterback to ever be drafted by the Steelers in the 4th round, which is kind of weird. You think there would have been, since 1933, there would have been somebody else drafted in the 4th round. Heck, we drafted a punter in the 4th round just recently, and Dan Sepulveda. Obviously, he's not with them. And then, and our 4th quarterback, you never know, maybe he can show something. But I'm not thinking they want to get rid of Landry Jones or Bruce Kwiatkowski. And that guy's Sean Parker Wilson. He actually went to Alabama, and he won a national championship there, so he's a winning quarterback. And he went to big-time school, so you never know. You never know what he can show. And I believe he played for the Falcons, but he's never really showed anything. And then the Jaguars cut him during the off-season. And the Jaguars don't have very talented quarterbacks as it is. And then, of course, our number 1 quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger just passed Terry Bradshaw's yardage record last year. And this year, he's going to most likely pass Terry Bradshaw's touchdown records, which is 212. And so obviously this is the first quarterback I got to see that really put up those kind of numbers. And the Steelers, were never really a passing team back in those days, and this time they're pretty much becoming a passing team. But anyways, I'd like to see what you guys think of what I thought of the quarterback position. Obviously, everybody knows Roethlisberger is a pretty darn good quarterback, and everybody just wanted to learn probably a little bit more about the other quarterbacks. So Roethlisberger is going to be number 1, Kwiatkowski number 2, then Landry Jones number 3, and then John Parker Wilson. He's probably outside looking in, but you never know. All right, thank you.